G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here. I thought I'd like to review this DVD, The Ships That Flew, for you. It isn't often that one happens upon a dedicated documentary about flying boats, and I found this in the $5 bin in my local video outlet. It is exempt from classification, so for the purposes of review and education, I propose to show this video to you, and after we've both seen it, then I'll tell you what I think of it. Fair warning, I'm going to show it to you on a Polaroid portable DVD player. And I will be as close as I can stick the tripod, running at 30% telephoto, and I'll go up to full volume. There you go.
You know, I'd really be very glad when these noisy things go. I mean, after all, you pay an awful lot of money for a house in Rose Bay, and you might as well live in Westcott.
The flying boat, after the war, was an orphan, and an extremely inconvenient orphan. It threatened the astronomical investment now concentrated in land airports and their increasingly magnificent terminals.
Well, the comparatively high-cost aircraft. This is one of the principal reasons. The other, of course, is that they're terribly slow. Well, weather is a big problem. The actual Met reporting service these days is basically for the high-flying jet. Lord Howe, it's a small island. It takes us approximately 3.5 hours to fly there. We have had cases where we take off from here on a particular Met forecast. By the time we get to Lord Howe, it's completely changed. We've had to turn around and come back to that land. Well, that's another area that we're very very sensitive to, of course, because we have to pick up the tab. And at this very moment, not through weather problems, but for other reasons, we've got 130 people over there on the island, and it's costing us $1,200 a day to keep them there. And we don't see any solution in sight to this problem, so goodness knows what the final bill is going to be. The second one, BRF, which is the one we converted here, that was actually a military Sunderland. And I think the total bill from start to finish would have been somewhere in the region of $250,000. So, as you can see, for an old aircraft, to have to pay that price for it in 1963 sort of highlights some of the problems associated with these things. One, of course, that you're restricted in the utilisation because there's only one service offering these days, and that is between Sydney and Lord Howe. So we're only achieving at the most 900 hours flying out of two boats. That's 450 each per boat. Well, you compare that with an average land plane up to 3,500 hours per annum. So that's one of the reasons why it's uneconomical. I think it was around about 1952, a very great friend of mine rang me up and he said, "How would you like to fly flying boats?" I think my reaction was, "Oh, no." He said, "Well, come on down to the flying boat base and see what you think." Well, I came down to the base here. I did a flight over to Lord Howe. I liked it. I think I liked flying boats. So he said, "Well, we only need a flying boat captain for 12 months. And of course, here it is now. I'm still on them after 22 years. In 1952, very, very crowded because Qantas were operating their Plymouth and Sandringham through to New Guinea. Transoceanic Airways, of course, had Solent and Ahai. They were operating New Guinea, Hobart and Lord Howe Island. Then Teal, Air New Zealand, as it's known now, they were operating Solents across the Tasman. So it was quite crowded. They even had a tower here with traffic controllers and, of course, not like today where we have a very sedate, gentlemanly life. What are you doing?
Oh, just cleaning all the seagulls' mess off the wing.
This is a model of a Sunderland flying boat. It was built by Short Brothers at Rochester in Kent in England just prior to World War II. Its primary role was convoy protection and anti-submarine warfare. The aircraft became known
later on, because of the armament it carried, 4 guns here in the tail, 2 in the nose, another 4 here, it became known to the Luftwaffe as the Flying Porcupine.
Hello, all positions. Hello, all positions. We are now going in a little closer to observe the exact damage. Stand by, everyone. Hey, Skip. Is it safe to go on transmitting? One smart from here now with all this juice about. It's the most important message. We'll have to risk it.
Good report, Sergeant. The 27 group. Have you sent anything out to escort TU-657? Nothing available? What about that Sunderland for the Australian squadron? The one that landed at Port Fairy Bay last night. All right, you send that. I'll make it all right.
They're sending an Aussie boat out to relieve us.
That's grand news.
I hope they get a move on.
I hope so too.
Yes.
Yes, I can see it, sir. Captain calling. How do you feel?
Okay, Lois, turn it to port. Quick, quick. We found them. There's a bit of a party on.
Action stations, everybody.
In we go.
Here come the Aussie boys.
They'll help us out. What the hell's happened? I hit him that time, sir. There he goes, right there.
That's more like it.
Here endeth part 1 of the YouTube review of the ships that flew. Back shortly with a whole new video.